Hello Culers, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal and welcome to the match preview for what I think is one of our most important games in the recent history of Football Club Barcelona. It's Dynamo Kyiv versus Barcelona in the Champions League group stages, and in the extremely dangerous position that we are in, we know guys, we absolutely have to win this game, yes or yes. This is non-negotiable for Barcelona. It's an absolutely huge game, so let's get started. And this one will be coming to us live from the Olympic Stadium in Kiev at 9 PM Spanish time, so watch out for that one right around the world. And this right here, guys, is currently how the group stage looks. Look, to me, we have very, very clear objectives. We need to win this game tomorrow against Dynamo Kyiv away from home. Then we need to also beat Benfica, and then I think we will be fine, granting that Bayern Munich also beat Benfica this match week. So I think for me, the focus is absolutely clear. We know what we need to do. We're in trouble. The pressure is on. But we have a clear goal. And shall we actually start here with Dynamo Kyiv, the home side for this fixture? Because I think all, the build-up coming into this game is saying, Barcelona have to win at all costs, they have to win this match. But who actually do we have to beat to get through that and actually overcome and achieve that result? Well, of course, that is Dynamo Kyiv. And what I will say about Dynamo is this. They have been doing extremely well domestically this season. We did say that in the match preview for the home game at the Camp Nou. But when they enter the Champions League, guys, something just seems to change. They just still can't get it going. They haven't actually scored a goal in this season's Champions League yet. And when you look at them last time out at the Camp Nou and they came against us and we said, hey, hang on a minute, they could get points here. We knew we had to win that game too. But they did absolutely nothing. They were very, very poor. And by the way, guys, remember, we weren't very good on that day at all either. But they were just really, really ineffective. And they did so little all round. However, at home, with their fans behind them, at a home ground where they've actually kept 13 straight clean sheets, by the way, which is quite some statistic. And against this Barcelona, they could fancy their chances. And of course, they know, guys, that a victory here would actually put them in a really, really good position in the Champions League. And then who knows what they could do. They would leapfrog Barca and then perhaps even Benfica if they were to get all 3 points. And moving on to Barcelona, guys, let's reiterate it again. We have to win this match. I know I've said that a lot now, but to me this game really does have that sort of simple feel to it in terms of what we have to do. We have an extremely clear objective, and any sort of victory will do for Barcelona in this sort of game. We need to preserve our identity, we have to get through the Champions League, and we have to win this match. However, of course, we don't exactly come into this fixture full of any stability at all, and again, we will be under interim coach Sergi Barjuán for one of the most important games in our recent history. It will be Barjuán who leads the team for his second game in charge as interim coach. And on top of that, guys, we come off the back of 3 games without a win in La Liga to Real Madrid, Rayo Vallecano, and then Alaves on the weekend. And of course, in each of those games, guys, we've only been able to score 2 goals in total over the 3. So I think what we're all hoping for, and certainly what I'm hoping for this game, is for the players to just notice, the size of this fixture, to notice the importance of this clash, and just rally together, gather together, be fired up for this sort of game, play the best we possibly can. And I think, to be fair, having Barjuán there, who does seem like quite a motivated character, it will be key. But as we did say previously, guys, it is down to those players to want the victory. They should all know in that dressing room, especially the veterans, the importance of this game. It is absolutely massive. It's a non-negotiable game for Barcelona. We absolutely have to win. So I'm expecting those players to really give it their all in a tough away game with a hostile atmosphere potentially in Ukraine. This is going to be big, and we have to dig out 3 points. Regarding team news and what Barjuán has to work with, things should become more clear in the coming hours, but as I'm recording this, the squad list hasn't quite been announced yet. But we do have some basic team news and some good insights into what, Barcelona could be looking at tomorrow. Piqué is out, he's a new casualty, he won't be playing. And of course, as is Sergio Aguero, who we do wish a speedy recovery to following that little heart scare he had on Saturday. That wasn't really great to see, was it? So we do wish Kun all the best. And that of course means that both Piqué and Aguero join the really, really long injury list. However, thankfully it looks like some players are going to be coming off that injury list and into the squad tomorrow. We still are expected to be without Braithwaite, Sergi Roberto and Pedri, and probably even Dembélé if we're being honest with ourselves. However, ARAÚJO, Jong and Ansu Fati are all expected to be back in the squad for tomorrow, and I get the feeling at least 2 or 3 of those guys could feature, which is good actually, because we did say at the end of the Alaves review that Barjuán now doesn't really have many options. There are so many players injured. Even Nico picked up a knock at the end of that Alaves game, and it just looked like, who on earth have we got left? But now, with these guys coming back, Barjuán does have some options to play with, and certainly the lineup, it becomes a little harder to predict. So regarding how Barcelona could line up, this is what I've gone for. I think certainly, as I mentioned, with a few players coming back, now we have options in terms of, well, if he's fit, he'll start. If he's not fit, he won't start. That comes all over the pitch, really. In goal will be ter Stegen. I've dropped Dest back to right back just because Ansu Fati is coming back in. De Jong's coming back in there. And I think in general, guys, I think we've all seen enough of Dest at right wing, really, and also Mingueza isn't on the best form right now. Jordi Alba will be at left back. I think even though ARAÚJO is back in the squad for this game, I don't think he'll start. I could be wrong. He could start. If he does, fair enough. But I've gone for Eric and Lenglet back there. Not ideal, really, having Lenglet in for this sort of huge clash. But let's hope that Clement has a good game. In midfield, I think De Jong will come back in, however. I think with the knock Nico picked up, maybe he'll be taken out. We don't have many players in midfield right now with a Pedri injury too. And I think De Jong is a player of big importance, and I think Barjuán will just want to throw him straight back in, basically, next to Busquets and Gavi, I think. Although, having said that, guys, I think Nico's been one of our best players, if not our best player, in our last 2 fixtures. So taking him out in itself could be a bit harsh and certainly a risk too. And then up front, I've gone for Coutinho, Memphis, and Ansu. Again, I'm always really, quite cautious when I put those guys in the front three because it doesn't really fit. I suppose what you can do is drop Coutinho to number 10. You can have Gavi come out to the right-hand side, then De Jong and Busquets in the pivot role. Memphis up front and Ansu to the left, you could do something like that. And that's certainly something Barjuán could go for, elsewhere. Of course, he could bring Dest up to the right wing again, and then you do, of course, have Mingueza back at right back. But I don't know, I think something like that is what we could be expecting from Barjuán. Of course, it will depend on Ansu Fati, De Jong, and ARAÚJO. If these guys are fit, then they could all start. If they're not, then they won't, of course, and that means that other players will have to come in. And we could be seeing, quite a similar lineup to the one against Alaves, of course, just with Agüero out for Coutinho, and then, of course, Piqué out for Lenglet. But I think it is going to be interesting to see how Barjuán lines up because he does have to get it right in this sort of game. And wrapping up then with my score prediction, I've gone for Dynamo Kyiv 1, Barcelona 2. As I said, guys, any win will suffice here, and I think this could be the sort of game that we pick up a 2-1 win in. It doesn't really matter how it comes. Of course, we want to see that good football. I did think that the football in the second half of the Alaves game, for large periods of it, was very good. So if we play like that, guys, we can get the victory here. And of course, we have to get the victory here. We have to win this match, guys. It is absolutely huge, and we have got to be right behind the team for this sort of game. So let's hope we get it, guys. It's a massive fixture for Barcelona in our history too. So let's see how we do. Please leave all of your thoughts in the comments down below. And I suppose also a quick message before we go, guys. I want to say thank you for all the support that you guys give me over the past year, really, on the channel. It really does mean a lot. I put a lot of work in to try and make the content as best as I possibly can, really, in and around my life too. So honestly, seeing all of your supportive comments and all the feedback you leave me and all of the support, basically, that you say and all the kind words, it really does mean a lot. So thank you so much for that. And let's hope that we can celebrate it, guys, with a victory against Dynamo tomorrow. So I'll see you then for the match review, and goodbye.